How the camel got his hump. We are going to read, this is a lesson from class 8, and today we are going to read this story. The world had just begun and the animals were working for humans. There was one lazy animal that did nothing and said nothing but hum. Even the clever Zin was at its wits' end. At the beginning of the world, means when the world has started, the world has begun, the animals were working for the human beings, but there was one lazy animal and he did not wanted to do work, only he said hum. And Zin, who was in charge of the desert, he was at its wits end. To be at wits end means he was confused what to do with this animal. In the beginning, when the world was new and the animals were just beginning to work for man, there was a camel. In the starting, when the world was very much new and the animals were beginning to work for the man, there was one animal, camel. He lived in the middle of a howling desert. Howling means noisy, because he did not want it to work. He ate sticks and thorns and prickles. What he ate? He ate sticks. Sticks means small pieces of wood, thorns, prickly structures on the trees and plants, and prickles are also uh, these are also prickly structures, but the prickles are small in size as compared to thorns. These things he ate, and when anybody spoke to him, he said only humph, just humph and no more. And when anybody wanted to talk to him, he said hum. Presently, the horse came to him on Monday morning. At that time, horse came to meet camel on Monday morning with a saddle on his back and said, the horse was carrying a saddle. What is saddle? Saddle is a seat of the horse on which the rider sit. And he said, camel, oh camel, come out and trot like the rest of us. Camel, please come and trot. Trot means walk on two legs. You come and walk on two legs like us. Hum, said the camel, and the horse went away and told the man. But the camel only said hum, and he went away. Then the horse went away from there and he complained to the man about the camel. Presently the dog came to him with a stick in his mouth, and then came the uh, dog, and he was carrying a stick. Stick means a piece of wood. Camel, oh camel, come and fetch and carry like the rest of us. These animals like dog and horse, and then there is ox also, they were working for men, and they also wanted camel to work along with them, and they said, you also come and fetch the sticks like we are doing. But camel only said hum, and the dog went away and told the man. Presently the ox came to him, and with a yoke on his neck. Then came the ox, and he was having a yoke. Yoke is a kind of, it's a, their necks are made not to move, means their body is made not to go out of control. So the owner, they tie yoke on the necks. गले में एक रस्सी सी बांध देते हैं जिससे, और एक वुडन भी होता है ऑक्स के, जो ऑक्स होते हैं इनके, तो उसके गले में देयर वाज अ योक ऑन हिज नेक, एंड दे सेड, camel, oh camel, come and plow like the rest of us. Come and you do plowing like we are doing. Hum, said the camel, and the ox went away and told the man. And camel again said hum, and the ox went away from there, and they again complained to the man about the camel. Now all these three animals, the ox, the dog and the horse, they came to camel, and every time camel gave the answer hum. And then they all went together to the man and complained to man about the camel. At the end of the day, the man called the horse and the dog and the ox together and said, 303, I am very sorry for you. And when the day ended, the man called the horse and the dog and the ox together and said, 303, I am very sorry for you. Why he was sorry? The man was sorry because when the hum thing in the desert can't work, hum thing in the desert means camel can't work in the desert or would have been here by now. Otherwise, he is not working. Otherwise, he would have been here by now. So I am going to leave him alone. If he is not working, I don't bother, and I am going to leave that animal alone. But what to compensate for the work that camel is not doing, you have to work double to make up for it. Since camel was not working, now who will do the work of camel? The man told these three animals that you will work, and you will work double time. Double time means you have to do your own work also. At the same time, you have to work for camel also. So naturally, this made the three very angry, and they held a panchayat on the edge of the desert. Edge of the desert means on the margin of the desert, the last point of the desert. And the camel came chewing cud, and they laughed at them. And there also camel came, and he was chewing the cud. Chewing cud means, these ruminants like ox, buffalo, cow, they eat the food and they bring that food once again in their mouth to digest it properly. So that is called chewing the cud, and laughed at them. Camel came there, he was chewing cud and he laughed at them. Then he said hum and went away again. And after saying hum, he went away from there. Presently there came along the Jinn, who was in charge of all the deserts, rolling in a cloud of dust. Then there came the Jinn. He was in charge of all the deserts. He was rolling himself in a cloud of dust. You can see in the pictures also how they are talking to man and the Jinn. Jinn of all the deserts, said the horse, is it right for anyone to be idle? Then the horse said to Jinn, you are the Jinn of all the deserts. You tell me, is it good for anyone to be idle? Idle means lazy, not doing any kind of work. Certainly not, said the Jinn. Jinn said, no, surely not. This is not right if anybody is idle. Well, said the horse, there is thing in the middle of the desert with a long leg and long legs. But then horse said, there is a thing in the middle of your desert with a long neck and long necks. There is one thing, and he has a long neck and long legs, and he is not doing any kind of work. Not done a stroke of which, not single work he has done since Monday morning. He won't trot. Trot means even not walking on two legs. Hugh, said the Jinn, whistling. Hugh is an exclamatory word. Then Jinn started whistling and said, that's my camel. Then Jinn said, that must be my camel. What does he say about it? He says hum and he won't plow, said the ox. Ox complained that he is saying only hum, and he even reluctant to plow. He is not ready to plow the fields. Very good, said the Jinn. I will hump him if you kindly wait a minute. Okay, never mind. If he is not doing work, I will hump him. I will make him right for not doing any kind of work. The Jinn rolled up in his dust cloak and took a walk across the desert. Then Jinn rolled himself again in his dust cloak. Cloak means cloth. Since he was rolling himself in the dust, so we are saying dust cloak. And took a walk across the desert. Means he went from one point of the desert to the other side. Across means moving from one point to another. And found the camel looking at his own reflection in a pool of water. And what he saw there? He found that the camel was looking at his own image in a pool of water. My friend, said the Jinn, what's this I hear of you doing no work? Then the Jinn said, my friend, what's this? I hear that you are not doing any kind of work. The Jinn sat down with his chin in his hand while the camel looked at his own reflection in the pool of water. Then Jinn started thinking what to do with the camel. and camel was doing the same kind of thing. He was looking at his own image in the pool of water. Can you think of why he was looking at his own image in the pool of water? I think he was proud of his beauty. That's why he wanted to look his image in the water. You have given the 3 extra works ever since Monday. You are given 3 works since Monday morning all on account of your idleness. It was because you are lazy, said the Zin, and he went on thinking with his chin in his hand. Again, he was thinking what to do. But the camel said, "Humph, I shouldn't say that again if I were you." At this time, I think Zin appears to be very angry and said, I wouldn't have said if I were you. And you are saying it again and again, and I think I'm losing my patience. I want you to work. And the camel said, "Humph again." Means he was so used to saying humph. Every time anybody talked to him, he said humph, humph, nothing else. But no sooner had he said it that he saw his back, that he was so proud of, puffing up and puffing up into a great big hump. Now, when the camel again said humph again, he saw that his back means back portion of the body, he was so proud of it. Means he was very proud means you feel honored to have that kind of thing. It was puffing up means swelling, swollen, and into ultimately it became a great big hump. "Do you see that?" said the Zin. "That's your very own hump that you have brought upon your very own self by not working." So you can see this hump is the result of your idleness. You didn't work, that's why as a punishment I made your back puffed up and you got now a very big hump. Today is Thursday. Now today is Thursday and you have done no work since Monday morning. When the work began, and now you are going to, you are given work from Monday. Now today is Thursday. You didn't do any kind of work till now, means 4 days passed and you didn't do any kind of work. Now you are going to work. "How can I?" said the camel. Now camel said, "How can I work? Now I have a hump on my back." "That has a purpose," said the Zin. Zin said, "This hump had some meaning, has a purpose. It's not useless. All because you missed those 3 days. You will be able to work now for 3 days without eating. You missed those 3 days work. Now we'll do the work of those 3 days. And during that time when you will be working for those 3 days, you can live without eating. Because you can live on your hump. This hump will help you. You won't feel hungry. You can live without eating. Because you know what is the scientific reason behind it? That hump of the camel, it stores fat. And when the camel doesn't have anything to eat, it starts shrinking. That fat is utilized by camel to do work. And don't you ever say, "I never did anything for you." And now don't complain. I never did anything for you. Come out of the desert and go to the 3 and behave. And now go to all those 3 animals. Who are the 3? The ox, the horse and the dog, and behave. Behave means talk properly to them. And the camel went away to join the 3. And then the camel went away from there to join the 3 animals. And from that day to this, the camel always wears a hump. We call it hump now, not to hurt his feelings. Actual name is, actually he used to say hump. There's a one consonant, hump, H. But we call it hump. Not exactly that word because we don't want to hurt the feelings of camel. But the meaning is same. But he has never yet caught up with the 3 days. We can see the work of the camel is still pending. He is yet not caught up. Caught up means not able to complete the work of those 3 days that he missed at the beginning of the work. He would have completed those 3 days work, but later on again the work of next 3 days became pending, and he has never yet learned how to behave, and till now he even not learned how to behave. This is a story by Rudyard Kipling, and it is in abridged form. Abridged means in a short form. And students, you can learn a lesson that we should always do our work on time. We should not be lazy like the camel. If we are not doing our work on time, it will become pending. And when you will complete your pending work, the next work will become pending. Means you will never be able to then caught up with your work. The work will always remain pending. So it gives some lesson that we should always do our work on time.